The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Covered by Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. Let's go. Sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. Beef, we got a little something for the Googans at the end of this?
A little something delicious, Dan. Stay tuned. At the end of the 10-minute drill, one Googan going to take home dinner for two from our pals over at Sonny's Barbecue.
Yummy. We got golf, and it's starting today, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like momentarily. I mean, either 7:20 or probably 7:40. They're in Central Time out there.
Yes.
They'll be on the tee.
So an exciting time. We can follow some golf today if you'd like on the PGA Tour. That will be back. Another positive step as we don't let our guard down against the coronavirus, but we try to return to some sort of normalcy. High school kids are working their way back into the sports world. There's youth baseball going on, everything. NASCAR last night. Who won the race last night?
Truex. Yeah, and at a short track like Martinsville, it's
a lot of passing.
It's odd to see a guy win by 5-6 seconds, but
yeah.
Truex kind of pulled ahead and
I
stayed
think
out
that's
of the
his first
traffic.
win this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. That's his first Cup win of 2020.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he's a guy who has, and he's been one of the big four, if you will, the last couple of years, winning lots of races. So he might get going, might be a guy to keep an eye out on as we move on in NASCAR. I think, I don't know if they've stumbled onto something new here, but, Wednesday night races ain't a bad idea.
Yeah, race twice a week. Make it race 80 times in a year if that's what it takes.
I mean, or
shorten the
skip
season.
a week here and there on the weekends and just do it Wednesday.
I don't know if you want to do that in the summer when there's an absence of sports, but maybe.
Well,
Skipping the weekend. I think they'd probably rather run. And it's easier for people to get to races on the weekend for your fans.
Oh, yeah.
But right now there are no fans,
fans.
which makes yesterday's announcement and move by NASCAR a little less brave than it seems on its face. The NASCAR yesterday has banned the displaying of Confederate flags at their racetracks. Well, that's a lot easier move to make when you have no fans at your racetracks right now. So there's some time for this to settle in. You're not turning around and staring down a mob this Saturday, at Homestead with, 80, 60,000 fans with their RVs and their flags and their other souvenirs and whatnot.
NASCAR driver Ray Cicerelli, big name in the sport.
Sure.
He's going to take his no wins and no poles and 18 races and go home, call it a career here because of no Confederate flag.
Well, that's too bad for Ray. I know it must mean a lot to him. I'm sure it's amazing to me how unbelievably attached in this country that we can become to inanimate objects. It's just unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
I don't, and we went through this yesterday.
Yeah.
If there are things that in this country that we all share together, whether you're the same color or the same beliefs or the same like mine, but we do share a responsibility. If there's something that's egregiously offending a large group of people, then there's no reason for it to be around. I don't know how hard that is to accept. Mm-hmm. And, if there's a large group of people that look at that flag as a symbol of an unbelievable, really disgusting notion that, as recently as the 1850s, we owned other people in this country. That's disgusting. And unless you are a member of that group of people, it doesn't register and ring the same as that.
Right.
And so it doesn't seems like a no-brainer to me.
Carmelo Anthony wants more details before he decides if he's going to play in Disney. It's a little odd. I mean, that's where he is. As far as actually planning going down to Orlando, I'm still up in the air because I really don't have all the details. We don't know a lot of information, so it's hard to commit to that 100%.
I tell you how.
In other words, I was just playing because I like to play.
Well, I'll tell you how out of frame Carmelo Anthony is right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Would you consider me at least a decently knowledgeable sports fan?
Yeah.
Would you say I like the NBA more than most?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Portland. I don't even know where Carmelo Anthony ended up.
Portland.
That's just how. But see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Portland. I know that. But it's just, who are you?
Yeah.
So, by the way, the basketball player, the NBA is kind of taking a step back like, wait, what now? We're going to have to be alone by ourselves, sheltered in this bubble for 7 weeks, even if I don't make the playoffs? Yeah, this doesn't sound as fun to me as it did when we were talking.
Wait, what's going on?
No, I don't think it's going to derail their momentum. I think they understand it.
Wait, we're doing what?
I'm sure NBA players, too, who have always been probably among the most active of all the team sports. I'm sure they want the opportunity to be out and play.
Again,
right
the
now.
only thing that's odd about the NBA, and I keep going back to it, is why July 31st?
Yeah, I don't know why they can't play in a month.
Why not July 1st?
Yeah, I don't get that either.
What are we waiting on?
By the way, did you see Disney very quickly came out and was like, look, we're not assigning the hotels. That's the league. Like, don't blame us if you don't like where you're staying.
Well, the fellas are used to the best of the best.
That's what I'm saying.
So you better
When you're, 12th in the West.
block off some of them 5 stars.
You're 12th in the West, or you're staying at the little sports motel next to the big cup of Pepsi. Don't blame us.
Wait a minute. They told me it was Disney.
What the hell is this? Why do I have to walk up and down a cup of Pepsi to get to my room?
What do you mean I'm at the Tiny Toons Hotel? I can't. I don't fit in this bunk bed. Coach!
This ain't working for me. Well, if we weren't the 12th seed, we'd be staying over at the Swan.
Coach, the foot of this bed comes to my knees. This ain't going to work.
It looks like, by the way, as
gosh.
golf returns today, and there are so many intriguing storylines, I'm really looking forward
Did
to
I see that no golfers, by the way, tested positive?
That's correct, 0.
And on the Corn Fair, I think there was 3 caddies and one
player. Right.
So,
But,
again, small numbers, which is good.
Sure.
Well,
and I tell you
like that.
what's great about the PGA and having none is I like this. I like you have none.
Yeah.
You do your deal this week, and then you test again next week. And if you still have none, it shows that what you're doing to make sure you're playing in a safe environment worked.
Okay.
You played a whole tournament at Colonial, and no one got the coronavirus. That's what player testing this week will tell you. So, to that end, it's even that much more of an opportunity for the tour, and for what a lucky. I don't know if it's no one's really lucky through all this, but very fortunate bounce back opportunity for the tour. Golf did the best job of maintaining through all this. They gave you those exhibitions, which were fun, with some of the biggest names in their sport. I haven't, Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I wasn't watching that night, but did I miss the 3-on-3 that LeBron and Steph Curry and James Harden and Zion, that they all played for charity for the fans? I missed that. Did they play that one?
I didn't see that.
No, but I saw the golf. I saw Tiger Woods do that. I saw Tom Brady do that.
And speaking of golf, there was a wonderful moment yesterday right here with Camilo Villegas. He met with the media. He's on the Corn Ferry Tour. I don't know his status. I mean, he has obviously not played a lot of golf
like 14.
in a long time. But
3-time winner, though.
he has a little daughter, a little 20-month-old daughter who's
Like tumors or something, doesn't
she
she?
has cancer. And he met with the media and talked about it openly for, I don't know, a few minutes. He really didn't want to do it, but, he said, well, look, I'm not asking. He said, I'm not asking anyone to feel sorry for the Villegas family. I'm not asking for anything except maybe send some of us a little bit of prayer and some positive energy. My daughter's my inspiration. I don't really know how I'm going to do this.
Do we know what the diagnosis is, what the prognosis is, like long term, or?
I don't. It's a tough one, and it's not easy.
Yeah.
That's he
wildly.
Yeah, he went on and on about her, and of course he did, and he should, and God bless him and his family. Camilo Villegas, who is going to play because his wife said, look, you love golf. Go
Get
swing
out,
the club
yeah.
for a few days. I got this.
3 players in that field, Dan, have held the 54 lead at the Players Championship. Villegas. Who's the kid? I'm drawing a blank. The one that had the split with his family, and his his wife's father was
Sean O'Hare.
Sean O'Hare.
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. And then there's one other one too. It's Cheka.
Alex Cheka shot like a Sunday 80, but
Yeah, he had a 6-shot lead going to the fight. You forget these things and these.
They there's a lot of there's like 31 combined PGA Tour wins on this. With this
I want to
group.
know where all these whiny little crybabies were. That the same ones that when VJ said he was going to play, these guys cried a freaking river from Ponte Vedra to Naples. And
I think it was mostly just one guy, wasn't it? I didn't think it was a ton.
Okay,
of guys.
well that guy. Then.
Yeah.
I think some other guys sort of like followed suit and chimed in as well,
Yeah,
but
there
he
was more
was
than
he was
one.
the loud guy
One
waving the
instigator
flag.
guy, and he backed down. But anyway, just a shout out to Camilo Villegas and thoughts and prayers with that young man and his family. What a horrible thing, and it was tough. It was tough. It was it was nice to watch. Jack Nicklaus chimed in This young man has supported everything Barbara and I have done to help children in need. Although his story is heartbreaking, it's comforting to know the doctors at the Nicholas 4 kids have been there for him, Maria and little Mia. So I guess he's at the Nicholas Hospital wishing Camillo the best this week because Camillo's down there in the West Palm.
Yeah.
I always told you that story.
Yeah,
I was down, bike. Yeah, I was down there one time at a sip and go. I was staying down there for a weekend, and dude rides in on I'm in the sip and go getting a Diet Cola. This dude rides in on like this. You can tell it's this really expensive bike, and he's all slicked up. And I'm looking at him, and I went, "Hey, Camillo!"
Just riding along.
Yeah, just getting some water or something. Out on a 80-mile bike ride or something in 4 minutes.
I got more golf. I've wavered on one golf storyline. I bet everything I have that the Ryder Cup is going to happen, and there's a few reasons why I think it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. You think it's going to happen?
100% it's going to happen, and the reason is this.
Koepka said maybe not.
I'm so sick of Koepka.
Koepka got away also with like the Billy Horschel cheesy mustache. Did you notice that?
His is better than Billy's, but yeah.
Did you see Billy's?
I haven't. I didn't think.
I don't know if Billy shaved it or not.
Well,
I just saw it
Koepka's to me didn't look awful. So you guys made Horschel sound like it's the worst thing you've ever seen. So I'm going to say that Koepka's isn't as bad. I mean, but anyway, here's what's happening. The Memorial's going to have fans here in a couple weeks.
Uh-huh.
By the time the Ryder Cup comes around in the fall, having 50% capacity is going to be fine. And Steve Stricker saying last night that the Ryder Cup with fans at 50% capacity would satisfy his mutinous players. That's the.
Who said? What did he say?
He didn't say mutinous. That's the headline from the Telegraph, which is a British-based,
Stricker said he didn't want to do it without fans, didn't he?
Yeah, no, but they're going to have fans. The point is they're going to have fans.
Yeah.
They are, yeah. I mean, that so far, look what we're doing, dude. We're going back and, we're barreling right into so many different situations that if it's not like it's going to be involuntary. If you want to come to the Ryder Cup and it's easy to keep your space at a golf tournament. If people are really, interested in maintaining distance, you can do that at a golf tournament more than any other sporting event. Agreed? I mean, most events, they sit you in a seat next to each other. So
yeah. There's still a lot of cases, though, being daily coming up. I mean, it's not over yet. But
no, of course not.
I think there's like 20 states that are having more cases daily than there were.
Yeah.
So, now, some people would say, and I hope it's because they're testing more people. And that
absolutely,
as long as the percentage continues to go down. But
that's the case in Florida.
But I have noticed that some state now, Georgia, for some odd reason, and I think it has these people baffled a little bit, has shown no signs of cases going up at all.
No.
And they reopened.
Well, I think what we've learned, what's happened now, because you're right to one extent, it's really no less contagious or less prevalent now than when we shut down in March. But the difference is now, I think we finally had enough time to learn that who the main demos in jeopardy are.
Mm-hmm.
And so that allows people to go out without this fear that if they get it, it's going to be a life, ending or even changing ordeal. So I am amazed, considering the narrative, factual or not, about how contagious and how widespread and this pandemic we were in, that still to this day, the only person I know personally that has had the coronavirus is Tony. I mean, we're, what now, 12 weeks in? How many weeks is it? You're the big Thursday countdown guy.
This is the 13th week since March 12th. 91 days.
13th
91 days without a haircut, ladies and gentlemen.
It's it's nothing to brag about.
It's flowing like a beautiful Fabio-like mane.
Not at all. No. Very, very, very misstated there.
As we exchange some sports concepts and rationalizations, I feel the need to bring this up and tell everybody what's going on in the world of People Magazine.
Top story in Dan's world.
Yeah.
Bubble bath. Do you have to put your hair now in one of those shower caps?
I do. I do. I protect it.
Okay. Terry cloth robe.
Little product.
Uh-huh.
But there's something amiss here in the coven. And looks like Tristan might be re-entering.
Uh-oh.
Those
now that he's got
new pictures of Chloe may have.
I was going to say, now that he knows he can be with Vanessa Williams.
Wah, wah, wah.
Well, let me ask you this, Dan. You're single, all right? You're single and ready to mingle, and I bring to you two people.
Yeah.
I bring to you, which two are you going to say, yeah, I'll dance with her?
Pre-Chloe or post-Chloe?
No, will it be Vanessa Williams or Chewbacca? Which are you choosing?
I'm going to go with Vanessa. Looks like Tristan may have as well. They appear to be attached. We knew that they were.
Stop it.
We knew they were spending some time together, co-parenting the little.
Oh yeah,
the little true.
I can imagine what a great co-parenting book those two could write.
Co-parenting.
Yeah,
But,
co-parenting is called. You call the nanny today. I'll call him tomorrow.
Looks like we're having a little party here at Jordan Clarkson's place, and it looks like they're both there without child in tow. So just keep an eye out on that one, ladies and gentlemen. So it's not nice. It's not accurate.
I tell you one thing. If I am in the plastic surgery industry,
It's not accurate.
I'm signing Khloe Kardashian to as long as I can because she literally just carved herself into a good-looking woman. Thank you. Khloe. You're welcome. We're going to bring Khloe to the program next segment. Khloe, how did you decide on the new face? She still has the old voice, though.
I mentioned the MLB draft went on last night, first round only. Who did the Bravos take? Who did the Bravos select?
Lefty from Wake.
A lefty from Wake. There's no Pete Crow Armstrong, I'll tell you that. No Easy Ed Howard. Huh? We hit gold, man. I mean, the buzz is right now. Pete Crow's ready for center field at City tomorrow.
All I know is Jeff Passan came on after my boys took Ed Howard and said, I got a text from Age that said, best pick of the draft. Boom.
Until Pete Crow Armstrong
roasted.
Until Pete Crow Armstrong went 19th, he was. But
son of a biscuit.
I mean, is Ed's mom an actress? I mean, huh?
Jeff says they're no Jared Schuster.
Can he go up and snare him with the best of them in center field? I don't think so.
Say, whoa,
Was he
Mr. Crow.
Was he hitting 500 when the high school season came to an abrupt end? Was Easy Ed?
Went out on top.
He's more of a fielder, from what I understand.
He's a five-tool guy.
Destined for Cooperstown. Yeah, so anyway, congrats to local Austin Martin. He goes 5 overall.
Yeah.
I didn't see the beginning of it.
The Georgia guy went 6 to Seattle.
Did anybody say why Martin? They thought Martin was going to go 1 or 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I think Torkelson was pretty much locked in at 1, but the Orioles then passed on him and the Marlins passed on him. I got a text from my Marlins fan friend who said, I hate Jeter. Why is he taking a 5'11" pitcher when he's got a couple of these other dudes out there on the docket that he could have snared? So.
I always have a hard time really engaging with the baseball draft because you don't, they're gone and forgotten unless it's just like one of these can't miss prospects that you track through the early minors. It's so. I mean, you want to talk about a failure percentage? Nothing beats baseball when it comes to failing on draft picks. But then again, when it comes to success on finding completely unranked gems, no one has that success rate either. It's just a unique sport.
Yeah, not sure why he slid to 5.
Yeah, I was
I was looking to see if there was something about signability or anything.
Yeah, I always wonder.
No.
Yeah.
And the only knock that anybody has on it is he's listed as a third baseman, but he doesn't really have like a defined position.
Austin Martin?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what they're
shortstop, second base type thing. Our drill poll question of the day, by the way, presented by the Edge Group. Need to sell your property fast, residential, commercial. Call 904-474-5851. NBA set to resume. So just real easy. Who's going to win it? Lakers, Clippers, Bucks, or other. And I think that's fair. I think those are the 3 teams, and then who else?
I think that others should get 0 votes.
One of those 3 for sure.
100%.
100%.
Now, especially now that you're going to have to rely almost entirely on talent. Because you're right, there's no getting hot. There's no magic chemistry.
Yeah, those are the 3 best teams.
Undoubtedly.
Right? That's what we learned through 60 games.
I trust Kawhi and LeBron more. The Bucks may be the best team, and I know Giannis is coming. He's great. I'm big on Bud, but I trust Kawhi and LeBron more. So I would.
Well, the Lakers are the overwhelming choice.
Well, that makes
obviously
sense.
they have fandom.
I think that makes sense.
The Bucks are second. The other is third. The Clippers are fourth.
That's dumb.
Yeah,
that's an that's an unintelligent basketball audience answering that question.
No, don't you rip my followers?
Well, I am.
Peeps.
Your followers should watch an NBA season every now and then. Do they know who Kawhi is?
Quickie poll on Jeff in a few minutes.
Yeah, well, go put your little stupid little glad handing.
We'll get him back.
Quickie poll.
We'll get after him.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you here, we got a poll of people here that don't recognize Kawhi as actually, I don't know, won a couple. It's a sad day for Braves Nation.
What happened?
Well, listen.
Former Met Claudel Washington?
I got my only title in 95, right? Mm-hmm. The first World Series and the tears that came even after a loss came in 1990.
Okay.
But as a kid growing up following literally the worst team in Major League Baseball, the 1982 season will forever hold a place with me that maybe even eclipsed 90 or 95. It came out of nowhere. It was Murphy was young. They had Horner. The Braves. Remember, it was the year the Braves started 13-0. They set the record in Major League Baseball with a 13-0 start.
Yes.
And then they completely fell apart after the All-Star break. They found themselves down like 9 games in August.
No.
They charged all the way back, and they won the division down the home stretch, and I couldn't believe it. Finally, at the age of 15, I actually had a division title. Of course, they got swept by the Cardinals next, but nonetheless, a guy who really kind of keyed to that year and that turnaround was a veteran presence in the lineup named Claudell Washington, and we lost him yesterday at just 65. I don't like 65.
We're going to do a rapid-fire pop quiz here right now. Name the teams that C-Dub played for.
Okay. Can you tell me how many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.
What's the over-under? Where you got the over-under on me at?
I think you can get 5 before you maybe miss one.
Okay. I didn't know the Mets, so I'm going to go ahead and say Mets. You gave me that one. I do remember.
He was a Metropolitan.
I do remember him with.
Before the Braves, by the way. Did you know that?
No, I knew. I'm pretty sure Claudell Washington came up as an A. Wasn't he on the Oakland A's?
Correct.
Yeah. So I'm going to say A's, Mets, Braves.
Yep.
Yankees.
Yep.
And now I'm getting kind of. I was reading a story about him. I want to get off that screen. So
yeah. Oh, look, there he is in a blank uniform.
I want to say, this is probably going to end the game. I want to say Claudell Washington played for the White Sox.
Yep.
All right, so I did get the 5.
Yep.
All right. Let me.
Gravy from here, Jeff.
How about this? I want to say Claudell Washington played for the Rangers.
Yep.
Boom! That's 6. One more. Come on. I bet you this last team is his shortest stint with anyone.
Yep.
Was it his last stint?
Nope.
Shortest stint. When I was shortest stint by performance or trade, or can you tell?
It might not have been his shortest stint. His shortest stint was probably with the Metis.
Okay, well that's another one. Again, I would not have gotten the Mets.
Yeah.
For the record, so I got a bit of a 6 out of 7. I'm missing one. I really want to get this. I'm going to say.
And Dan, yes, his shortest stint was with the Mets, 79 games.
Yeah.
I'm running through.
But this was his second shortest stint.
Yeah.
I don't think it's another. I don't.
122 games.
Yep.
I don't think it's another AL East team. I could be wrong. I don't
need an answer. We're
all
up
right.
against it.
I'm going to go with the Padres.
Good guess. California.
Right state.
The Halos, if you will.
Yeah.
Let's do caller number 5 right now, 641-1010. Beef, tell them what they're going to get. We'll talk to Doc Murphy when we come back.
Caller number 5 right now, 641-1010. Going to go home with dinner for 2 from our friends at Sonny's Barbecue. Call now.